The electric beard. Yeah. My ears have been ringing like a train whistle for a full minute now. Got the electric beard? Check. Oh. Anything? It'll be here. I'm getting so sensitive to the fucking thing that... Oh, I see it through the trees over there. I'm getting so sensitive to the thing that it's just fucking killing me. I'm the chosen one. Don't worry, everyone. It flies so slow that, well, I'll definitely get it on video, even if I don't. This is gonna fly right over me. I could probably point the camera straight up right now, but I'll walk over this way because I can't see from here. Come on, Faggy McAirplane. What's up, traitor to humanity? Oh, I can't wait till you kill me, because I'm gonna come back stronger. I'm gonna rake your fucking soul over the coals, you fucking bitch. Must be the season of the witch. Must be the season of the witch, yeah. Must be the season of the witch. Boom, boom, boom. There she goes. Boom, boom, boom. You're a fucking piece of shit if you fly airplanes in the U.S. You know, I thought every fucking airline pilot was a cowardly sack of fucking shit right after 9/11 because, you know, they know that bullshit, impossible, fuck you. And they didn't say a fucking word, did they? To help in our free country with our free speech, you know, and our freedoms. They didn't say a fucking word. Neither did the faggot ass fucking firemen. And neither did the cunt fucking cops. Oh. And there's the number 2 comes over, you know, 30 seconds behind it. You can't see the one that's traversing from the south to the north, but he's about 2,500 feet above this guy who's basically fucking 4 times treetop. See, lots of widgets need to be brought to Portland in airplanes, and in fact, so many widgets from all over the world that they can't land all the planes at once, see? And so they have to fly in these holding patterns over Vancouver until the widget planes can land. That's what's going on. Yeah, I figured it out, see? Ooh, the creepy fucking skull face in the clouds. That's fucking awesome. Grim Reapers and fucking skulls. That's what chemtrail clouds look like. You know, the real clouds that are supposed to be around here when we have real clouds are big, beautiful, puffy mountains in the sky that look like they have definite, distinct shape to them. They have, you know, very distinct edges. It looks like rock faces sometimes. It looks like a mountain that's going to fall out of the sky and land on you, but it doesn't. That's what our clouds are supposed to look like. But now they're trailed out, tendrily, Joker fucking lizard head looking skulls and ghost faces. Now, you know, we human beings tend to see the image of a face in many things quite easily because our mind is, you know, trained to recognize faces and remember them, and so something that even slightly resembles a face, we can pretty much see it as a face, right? Okay, that's perfectly legit. I buy that totally. But why are the faces in the chemtrail clouds always evil looking? Ominous ghosts and demons and, skulls. And then the real clouds look like, Odie from Garfield and Odie. Puppy dogs and dragons flying. I haven't seen any dragons in the chemtrail clouds. I've seen what appear to be, what are those things from Harry Potter? Those freaking spirits. It looks like those things. You know what I'm talking about. I don't really like Harry Potter. Should I stay out for one more plane? It's only been like 4 minutes probably. Got 3 of them already. Oh yeah, because I hear it coming. Oh, I hear one dropping out of the... Oh no, not dropping out, that's right. When you fly a jet real slow, it's very inefficient. You have to keep more thrust on because you're just barely overcoming your lift to weight ratio. So you have to use more throttle to fly right at that point. Once you're going faster, you can actually let off the throttle a little bit and glide somewhat, as long as you keep a certain amount of thrust going. This is pretty common sense and maybe even common knowledge. At least if you're interested in airplanes and jets at all. And furthermore, these jets are therefore expending large amounts of fuel to fly around really slow like this, which is not a private company. That's your tax dollars you're paying for those planes. They're paying for the weapons on board that are killing you and making you sick and stupid and keeping you that way, that you pretend aren't happening. And your money's paying for the fuel being burned at copious rates right over your house, day and night. So you get to breathe all of that burnt fuel. And I haven't confirmed this yet, but Crystal told me that she had read online somewhere in something that there's lead in airplane fuel, in jet fuel, excuse me. See, if you have a propeller plane that's gas engined, okay. But turbine engines and lead, I don't think the turbine engine needs lead. If there is lead in our jet fuel now, it's been added purposely as a toxic pollutant because they planned on flying them right over your house fucking 1,000 times a day, really low with the fucking engines cranked up. Yeah. I gotta check into that though. I mean, lead in a car engine helps lubricate the rings against the cylinders, and it helps lubricate and ease the impact of the valve against the valve seat, especially when it gets hot. It's like fractional tiny amounts of lead will help in that regard. But a turbine engine doesn't have pistons that are sliding with rings against cylinder walls. And I don't think cooling is generally a problem with them. So it doesn't really have surfaces that need to be lubricated or have their impact eased by the addition of lead. Perhaps I'm wrong. I'm just, kind of deducing this from my understanding of physics and mechanics and materials and motion. But I could be wrong. Maybe they need that lead in there to keep those turbines from, I don't know, something. I doubt it though. They put lead in there because they know they're going to be flying over your house a zillion fucking times tonight. And not only are they spraying things sometimes, even at this low level, that's usually small planes, single props, for some reason. And they know they're going to be flying over your house, maybe even spraying stuff, and, you know, microwaving you for sure. Radio waves. Here's one coming. My right ear just started to ring. I'm sure my eyebrow's going to start burning in a moment, and there will either be a small jet coming from the west of my house. I probably can't see any of this. Or it will be arriving out of the southeast, as usual. See, when they're going west, they're usually behind the house to the north. And when they're going east, yeah, they're usually behind the house to the north. When they're going west, they're usually from the southeast, and you can see them staged out, sometimes staggered, up to 10 or 12 of the jets you can see in the air at any one moment. Not just 12. I told you, you can see 12 at once in the air. They're staggered out left to right, and they cover every single residential neighborhood between here and Camas is their flight path. And they fly low the whole way, super duper slow. And then they make a bend on the other side of town, and they fly back across town again, directly east pretty much. And then, you know, I've seen a lot of planes doing a lot of circles and figure eights, just round and around. There's the Red Baron that comes and buzzes the house here at least 6 to 12 times an hour, every hour and a half or so. Usually. He's a little inconsistent though. But when he's coming, he makes several passes. There's never once when it's just meow, you know, in the middle of the night, a low-flying propeller plane flies over. Just, you know, happenstance, you know, somebody who was out in their plane somewhere, you know, that could even be conceivably normal. No, fuck no. Oh, there's one there. Two jets in a row. That's probably what's making my ears ring, coming from the south. Those are the ones that like to spray. I'd say they're at about, I don't know, 4,000, 5,000 feet in this chemtrail haze soup. I'm getting ready to end the video. I don't really know what to talk about, but I'll wait till this next fag fuck flies over my house. Just in case anybody out there thinks I'm exaggerating as to the rate and frequency of the fucking airplane travel here. You know. Every single person in the United States is moving to Portland, Oregon. And they'll be here within the year at this rate. Yeah, Portland's a busy airport. Of course 1,000 jumbo jet loads of people a fucking week are going there. You know, what is that? 20,000 people a week are going to Portland easily. And they never stop. They come every single day. Every week, 1,000 jet loads of them a week. I mean, they wouldn't be flying the planes otherwise, right? Because it costs money to fly airplanes with, you know, fuel and such, and equipment, and, you know, maintenance, and crews, and that sort of thing. That costs money, and seems how it's, you know, a corporation has to make a profit by law. Well, if they didn't have enough passengers on these flights to justify the cost of flying them, exponent C, the plane doesn't fly. But these planes never ever stop, so that's proof that they have cargo or people on board that's making them enough money to pay for that flight. In fact, it's making them so much money on that flight that Well, heck, they can afford to just tool around and take in the sights for, you know, an extra half hour, 45 minutes, really slowly, and, you know, and see what kind of neighborhoods there are in Vancouver and Portland. Oh, here comes the red light, blue light. He's going to converge with the low-flying Commando Solo. Commando Holo, more like Cornholio. Commando Cornholio. First Amendment. The right to freedom of speech shall not be infringed. Oh, you can say whatever you want. Second Amendment. Right to keep and bear arms. Oh, yeah, okay. Does that mean I should be shooting at these planes? Because this is an act of war. I mean, come on. I'm kind of an anti-gun guy, though. I don't think that they should be rounded up and taken from people by any means. No, not at all. I feel a lot more comfortable with my freaky, weirdo, scary friends having guns than I do the shitbag, authoritarian, goose-stepping, minion fuck cops by a long shot. It's probably only those fucking crazy fucks that keep the cops from just Gestapoing the entire fucking nation. And Jet 30. There was a couple other high flyers too that went over. There was about 5 jets that just went over right now. What's the bring the count to on this video? Fuck, I lost track. Fudge sickles. Alright, well, end to light up the stove and try to get warm. Fucking rub some ammonium lactate on my temples and my top of my head and my cheeks and the sides of my head back towards my ears and on my ears and in my ears, around the backs of my ears, because that's all swollen up just like my temples. Right, that's like these 2 nerve points or something, you know, above your eyebrow, right to the left of your left eye and right to the right of your right eye, right at the corner of your eyebrow, right where your skull bends around. There's a little point there. It just seems to me, if you were to use sound and resonate a skull, kind of like a wine glass, since a skull isn't perfectly round, that the vibrations are going to, they're going to run into themselves as they, you know, resonate through the cavity, which would be the skull. And if it was perfectly round, it would be evenly distributed. But since it's not, and you have like eyeballs and like protruding corners on our, what do they call that shit? Our cranial something or other? I don't know. But anyway, it stands to reason that with the skull not being round, that any points that were sharp and not, you know, smooth and even like most of the skull would be where the vibrations would probably hit and bounce back and create a, you know, a point of what you would call it. I'm a little lost for words. I guess I've been rambling too long. The vibrations would coalesce right there at those points because it's not smooth and even, and they would not move evenly around inside of this cavity, and therefore would vibrate there and converge. And those are the corners of my temples where it feels like, you know, embers are burning their way out when the planes fly over. Hey, Jack. Oh! See, because every time I shut off the camera, a plane flies over. Well, there's one there. There's one there. Oh, we got 3,000 feet. We got 5,000 feet. And we got that whoa coming in from the south. All at the same time. These fuckers are really afraid of you. They're afraid of humans. They're afraid of Americans. They're afraid of anyone who has love in their heart or compassion, because the things they're doing are so vile and so evil that it could even move a loving, caring, compassionate person to striking out against them. They live in such utter fear of not being in control. It's always those who are out of control who crave control the most. You know, sad. Rob Halford says, power-mad freaks who are roaming the earth will show how little they think you're worth. When the enemy comes, you will never be heard. Blow your mind and not say a word. Oh, wait a minute. I think I mixed up two verses, but you get the point. Good night.